Yeah, man. Walk on, everybody. I wanted to make a short video for a particular person that I've talked to before, and I've told before, and unfortunately, he didn't. He, I'm I wouldn't expect him to listen to me neither, but I would have thought that he would at least think that there's some kind of God sent that came and have gave him some wisdom that didn't fan over him and had a conversation with him personally. But there's a particular person that proposed to his woman. And in turn, 4 days later, something came out the dark that he was dealing with someone else in the DMs, as far as I've seen. That's what I've allegedly. I'm not saying he's laid up with somebody else. This is what you know. Now, can this thing be forgiven? Yes, anything can be forgiven as long as nobody off your people and do your chick. Anything can be diffused and anything be forgiven. Shout out to E40. But I want to give advice to him again. This is gonna be the fourth time. Two, three times in real life, two combo breakers and one Texas showdown. I had a conversation with him. I was I was here, because we both played the same character. Everybody told me Joey Fury and all the rest of them guys said, well, if you do play this character, talk to this guy. I'm gonna say nah. He makes noise. I'm gonna say that, so you like probably understand who I'm talking about now. He got this move called make some noise. It wasn't make some noise at the time when I had that first conversation with him. But even Cole Red had told me to talk to him. I didn't know. Yeah, I learned these people over time. I don't really know. I still don't know anybody like that. It's a new scene for me. I come from a whole different scene. But the advice that I gave him when I did sit down with him, because I asked him how's his mental, because I normally when I see him play, you could see something's going on with him mentally where he just can't finish games. He's very strong character, very strong player. I mean, pilot of the character. But for some reason, he just what you do that for? What's going on? What's going on? Finish the fight. Finish the fight. You know. Um. But some advice to you, man. I seen him say something about he apologized and he wanted the KMS. We know what KMS is. I've been there. I didn't do the thing where I was putting myself in a cheating space, but I fought myself out of a space that I wasn't supposed to be in the first place. But you're in this place, so let me tell you for what it is, for being in the spot, being in the look of this place. I'm gonna tell you now, your fiance, she's not gonna look at you the same. She's not gonna look at you the same, depending on how extensive your situation is. To what extent, on how in depth this thing goes, how deep this rabbit hole goes, and how much more it gets uncovered is depicted on how much you protect yourself and control. Because I remember you said you can only control what you can control, and what you can control you don't worry about it, which is good words. But I told you, your friends is what you have and you have alone. And you say, yeah, I'm having a good time. Make sure you have a good time with your friends, but make sure you still have an instinct of this is war. I'm not here to just look. If you really, really want to win, if you're here to have a good time and you're here to play and you're here to show off, do that. Do that. Don't be. You should never be upset at why you lose, because your purpose is to have fun. You understand? Your purpose is to look good. Your purpose is to try to make people look bad doing what you do with the character that nobody really can pick up and do it. You know. But I'm gonna tell you, when you go into that dark place, when the lights is off, when the friends ain't calling, when the phone is blowing up for the wrong reasons, those demon voices get really loud. They get really loud, and they tell you they 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 can talk you into a place of you ain't gonna ever be available no more to nobody. You understand? So there has to be a reckoning on a change of mindset. Um, I tried to tell you this before. I tried to give you warning that there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be in your ear, but that's why I told you your friends is what it is, and there's going to be people in your friends ear. There's going to be people in your girlfriend's ear at the time. Okay, they're going to test you. every day. It's not fun, but that's what comes with the territory when you in the light. People feel like they owe their 2 cent, 5 cent, 12 cent to you because you represent them. You represent the USA. You represent America in the scene that you're in, that we're in, right? I ain't all the way there yet, but I'm working on it slowly but surely. Working on my mindset to where I won't fall and slide that way. I'm already doing the right space, but I just need to grind a little bit more. That's all. But for you, my friend, when you go into that dark place to silence these demons, you gotta accept those demons. You gotta apologize without becoming a victim because you are a suspect. You've caused this. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's a mistake because it was with intention. So I mean, it was purpose. Your mistake is where you wasn't trying to hurt nobody in the process of what you feel. You were doing what's best for you and what you felt was good for you and what you felt good for you. I always been told a man with feelings is very dangerous. That's why I really had a little to none. A lot of the times I really don't pour into anything. I don't react so much as much anymore. It works. Does it feel bad that I can't get a chance to get that turn? It does, but it's a responsibility and a duty for being a man. All right. So you sit there and you think about what's going on. And you make a plan. You got to make a plan when you come out. You're gonna have to come back in the light again because you want what you want. You built this already. You built this kingdom that you have here. Okay. You was the king. You were the king of the Kong, pretty much. So you 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 got a job to do for yourself. If this is what you desire, this is what you desire. This is what you really like. Talk to your friends and your family. Make it right with your woman if that's what you want. Nobody likes a fence sitter or a person who plays both sides of the coin. When somebody says they want to do one thing and then do another, that's nobody likes that. If you're gonna sit on the fence, sit on the fence, but don't play both sides of the fence. It's two different things. People love you because you made a decision, you made a choice, and you stick to that choice, and you do it with pride. So use that same pride when you come out of that dark space. If you do make it out, I pray you do make it out. When you do come out that space, brother, and you face these people again, don't shame them for what they did. They don't know what they're doing. They just know how they feel, just like you feel how you felt. You're just getting the same feelings slap back at you. Just all it is. It's just a reflection of you. Those people are a reflection of you. Just like your friends are a more closer, in depth reflection of what you are internally. Okay. Outwardly what you created is what they're doing. You let people down. And you gotta understand that you let people down and you gotta build people's trust. And people's trust is very broken. And it's gonna take a long time. And you can't put a time on how long people heal. Everybody's not gonna get over it. But if you apologize right, you come out of that and you you stand on your consistency, maybe there's a chance that I ain't gonna say they're not gonna forget it, but your woman's not gonna look at you the same no more, and the people ain't neither. But people can forgive you and respect you again for what you do as this, because people love you for what you do. They say your quotes all the time. You made them say that. I it get on my nerves a lot of times. I ain't gonna lie, I get on my nerves. It's like I do grave digger. They call it planting the seeds, and I got dire vengeance, but they call it a dirty bubble. You made this. You made this. I call it shoots and ladders where he goes in the flex stands, but I call them flex up. And you got to call them all. I call it Ultimate Warrior flex. It's a dire vengeance nightmare from Soul Calibur. But you created a whole bit. You got control of all this, so you gotta maintain your control that you say you can control. Do what you said. Be a man and stand on what you've done. Come on out here, get back on that grind, get this work in, and show people that you are worth being trusted again. Don't make the mistake again. Don't get caught again. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Don't get caught again. Don't make the mistake again. And if you're gonna want to do what you do, where you here and there, and you want several wives, say that. Be about that shamelessly, and you'll be surprised how many women decide they want to join in with that. If that's what you desire, there are probably relationships, but if you're gonna be misogynist, do it right and show men that are looking up to you and boys that they can do it too. That's all, man. Keep your head up, brother. Get out there and do your your flex thing.